welcome back to Timmy's World. So today I decided to start filming the long-awaited smart home tour. I think I got everything put together, so we'll see what you guys think and let me know in the comments. Okay, so here's the hub of our smart home, and it doesn't look like a lot to start with, but let's take a look. So right here we've got our fiber optic modem that brings the internet into the house. I've got a Deco Wi-Fi 6 mesh smart hub. Okay, and that feeds basically everything. And there's two more in the house that I'll show you that are other nodes that spread out the Wi-Fi. I've got a switch over here. It's an unmanned switch. It's about 8 ports, and that spreads out to my Philips Hub Hue, and also feeds my Mac computer in the other room in the office, and it feeds the abode gateway here for my home security system. Over here it feeds the Aqara hub. All that comes through this little channel that I've put in here and goes into our liftable seat and our built-in shelves. As you can see, it's just a standard surge protector. It's got everything plugged in. I really need to reorganize these wires, but I've done a lot of different switching around and stuff lately, so it got to be kind of a mess. But anyway, and that runs to my sub over here. So it's all hidden, but that's the sub for the TV, which is up there. And you can kind of see the whole scheme of things, that the built-in shelves and how the TV all goes into that. So coming back over here, we got our Apple TV, which runs behind the TV and powers everything that we watch. And it's also one of the hubs for Thread that, you know, runs a lot of different things in the house. Back in the living room, you see another camera here on the shelf. And while we're here, I also want to mention that I have these LED lights hidden under here, under these shelves on both sides. And they come on and light the living room at sunset every day, so we don't have to turn any switches on for that. I also have another Aqara smart button out here on the office door, or the closet door outside the office, and I can turn the office off when I come out for break, or you know, just if any point I want to just turn the office off. So like if I get off early in the day, I come out here and just hit that if I forget to turn it off while I'm in the office. And it also, like if my wife goes in there after dark in the office, it will turn on as soon as you open the door. It has that abode contact sensor that lets you know the door's open, and then at night after dark it will turn on all the lights in here, mostly just the lamp over there. And then when my wife is done, she can come out and say, oh, I left the lights on. She can hit that button, right? See, in here I have an AirVersa humidifier. That it's a smart humidifier, changes colors, does lots of different things. And I've got it on a schedule based on humidity. I don't usually run it until winter time, but it keeps the office humid so my nose doesn't get dry. I got my Millennium Falcon over here. I've got a Broadlink IR blaster that turns that on every day for work and off at the end of the workday. I've got a globe that my son bought me, and it's just a generic dollar store LED globe. Came with a little remote, but I took the batteries out and rewired it to work on USB, which again I ran down here and plugged in, and that again runs on the IR smart blaster, or IR blaster rather. And so that comes on and sets the mode to flow through the colors for every day while I'm working, and turns it off at the end of the day. So I've got a routine for that. Let's see. I wired my desk under here. As you can see, I've got a lot of stuff going on with a UPS backup, and my Mac and everything's plugged in. I got a smart switch for this fan that kicks on when I'm working, and I can turn it off and on as I need to with a little switch right there. It's an Aqara smart switch. And then back here, I've got my Millennium Falcon pictures surrounded with a Vocolinc LED rope, which the controls for are down hidden back here behind the file cabinet. That comes on every day for work too, as part of my office scheme. You can also see the lights around the door comes on. That's what I was talking about. It matches the light outside the office when I'm ready and available or on do not disturb mode. That's plugged in over here. This lamp is also on a Meross smart plug that can be run by the switch down here under the desk as well. I've got single tap turns on the lamp and the rope lights, and double tap turns the fan on and off based on what state it's in. And if I hold the switch, long press, then that turns everything in the office off. That's smart. More stop here in the foyer by the living room. These are all actually the switches I forgot to mention that control the living room. So you've got the fireplace light, the fan light, the fan, and the foyer light. Coming over here to the cabinet by the office, this is the light that tells us what I'm doing in the office. If it's green, I'm not busy to the point where I can't talk. People can come in, kids can say hi, the wife can talk to me. If it's red, that means I'm in a meeting and my door is closed and I don't need to be disturbed, or I'm just working hard and need privacy. I do have an Amazon Alexa, basically just to notify us of packages and stuff, but otherwise it's all a HomeKit house. Coming up to the front door, we have our Aqara Smart Lock that keeps our front door locked. And of course it has fingerprint, keypad. I can open it and close it, or sorry, lock it and unlock it with my Apple Watch, my phone. So there, took care of that. Got some abode sensors here by the front door that, you know, lock and unlock our house whenever the door's shut. Let's see. I have a couple of Govee smart lights out here that can change different colors and light our house up for the holidays, and they come on and do a sunset lighting scheme at night. We've got our Logitech Circle View doorbell, and of course we can see the porch with that. We've got another hidden camera up here so I can see the other view of the porch, and it's easier to see if there's packages and if people are roaming around that area. So a little cross view. Coming up to the mailbox, we've got a sensor on the mailbox through the Aqara contact sensor. See here, it tells me when the mailbox has been opened. Also got some smart lights in here, all of our outside lights, top and bottom. So those can be changed different colors for different holidays, different notifications, what have you. And there is the abode switch panel or key panel for the other location here at the front door. At the front door, we've got another Meross switch that controls the master power for the porch lights and the garage lights on and off. But since those are all smart lights, I just leave this on. But I can't control the master power to all of them in the event that I need to cycle the power or, you know, just turn them off for whatever reason. I have a TP-Link smart switch down here that runs this lamp that my wife can turn on with her phone if she needs to read at night or whatever she's doing with kids. I have my Ecobee 3, I believe it is. It's our smart thermostat. We can control our house from there. I love this thing. Keeps the house the perfect temperature. Whatever we set it to, it adjusts. We use the program through our electric company. So they have smart schedules. Whenever there's a huge amount of energy being used in the area, they will pre-cool our house in the summer to a certain point and then turn our AC off for a few hours to keep our energy usage down during the spike when they'll potentially be charging us more for the electricity. And then it'll kick back on at the end of that. And typically it keeps us pretty comfortable. It's a little chilly at first, a little warm at the end, but it gets us through. Going out the back patio door, got another abode sensor there for when that opens. Coming in here, I've got a Logitech Circle Cam for the backyard, and of course another light out here. And in the kitchen is the Aqara water sensors. There's one down here under the dishwasher that if it ever leaks, and it has, it alarms our phones and lets us know immediately to go put a towel down, shut the dishwasher off. And it's usually just whenever the pump or the filter or something in the dishwasher gets something stuck in it, then it overflows. It's maybe once or twice a year. I don't know, maybe we need a better dishwasher. Anyway, but there's another one under the sink in case the faucet ever leaks. Saves me time from going around checking for leaks and stuff, you know, on a regular schedule. So we got that covered. There's also one in the powder room down here underneath the toilet valve and in the under the sink to make sure that none of that leaks. Again, not exactly a smart feature, but it is a motion sensing Lutron light for the powder room bathroom downstairs here on the main floor. That way the kids leave the lights on, it turns it off when there's no motion in the bathroom. Coming over here in the kitchen on the windowsill, I've got an Apple HomePod Mini, which is another part of the Thread network. There's a lot over here. There's a lot of switches in the kitchen. This is a Lutron Caseta that runs my sink light. And I try to go all dimmable on any bulbs that I want to be dimmed. These are the other three in the kitchen that run the island, the table, and the can lights in the kitchen. There's an island, table over there. And of course, we got our can lights. We do have several cameras throughout the house. Here's one in the kitchen. Up here, past the kids' artwork and different things, we've got another hub. It's another node, actually, for the Deco Wi-Fi mesh system. And you don't really see the coolant bulb, by the way, when you're not zoomed in on it, but yeah. So that's where that resides. Down here we have another Aqara hub. It's a Series 1. I basically just use this one to turn red when the house is armed and notify us of a couple other things, but that's pretty much it on that one. Into the laundry room, we've got another Bode keypad. There's also one by the front door, I forgot to mention. So we've got keypads to control the alarm system in case we don't have our phone handy to do that. The garage, turn some lights on. I've got a Eufy camera up there, so in case we need to monitor the garage. Big door, I've got a Meross, you see it up there, garage door controller to include that in HomeKit. Genie does not do that. And Chamberlain used to, they got rid of it. So I've got another Meross garage door controller there, and it wasn't compatible completely, so I had to get the adapter from them. And that's all wired in up there. Not really smart home, but I've got my little stoplight and laser pointer, so I know where to stop the Jeep, because as you can see, it gets a little close to the wall, but it's also close to the door, so I like to make sure I'm centered in there real good so I don't accidentally bump the tire on the back of the Jeep with the garage door, or bump the wall with the giant bumper. This is not connected to HomeKit, but it is a smart doorknob for the pantry. So the kids, of course, go in the pantry and eat their fill of different things, and we don't like that because the groceries run out too quick and they over binge. So Mom and I have a biometric access to the pantry, and we can unlock with several different fingers depending upon what we have in our hands, and that takes care of the pantry. Coming through the house, here is the Pico remote for the table that is on a three-way setup with the one down there that we already looked at. And this one, I've got the middle switch set to put the lights to about half brightness for dinner time, so it's not blinding right in your face. And we have the Emerson type bulbs in there with the clear glass, so it's pretty bright. Here we've got our RoboRock S7 Ultra MaxV that mops and vacuums our floor a couple times a week, or on whatever ad hoc schedules we need. Love this thing. I bought it for my wife. And as much as she doesn't like to spend money on tech, she absolutely loves this thing, because our three kids run around and make such a mess that she would never be doing anything but sweeping and mopping the house, and we would both take turns. And it just got to be overwhelming because our kids are just messy, you know, and they're 5 and 2 9-year-old twins, so you do the math. Anyway, but this thing is amazing. It keeps our floors really clean. The only thing it doesn't do is pick up after the kids with toys and stuff. But I mean, honestly, I dump the water a couple times a week and rinse stuff out, refill the water and the detergent. And the vacuum bag, it lasts like a year because it keeps the floor so clean. After a while, you don't have much debris to pick up. So as you can see, our floors are spick and span, shiny. So it does a great job. Got a Meross smart switch here in the hallway also that controls the hallway light. Those two. So regardless of what the kids do with this manual one over here, because it's on a three-way, we can keep the lights turned off when the kids leave stuff on up here. To the master bedroom, I've got a Lutron Caseta fan controller, so you can turn the fan on and, you know, set the speed, and it goes in 25% increments, 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. Lutron Caseta light switch with dimmer for the fan. And then over here we have an AirVersa air purifier. Runs on a schedule, so it runs all day, and at night it shuts off so it doesn't wake us up kicking the fan off on, because it tends to be a little loud sometimes. Let's see, over here we've got another Humil AirVersa humidifier that kicks on at night, keeps the room at a certain percentage of humidity, kicks off if not, you know, if it's at that percentage. We've got some Eve smart energy plugs here that run these old school lamps that my wife and I have. They don't have any switches. We got them at Goodwill. She thought they were really cute, but they don't have any switches of any kind. So it's plug in or unplug. So I put the switches on those. Those turn on at night when we go to bed. She's got one over there too. What else? Oh, so there's the humidity sensor down there, along with another Aqara smart switch that I can turn on the room lights with. I can hold to turn them off. I can double click to turn the fan on. Double click, turn it off. Oh, come on. Yep, it was off. It's so quiet you don't really hear it. In the hallway we have a camera. I ran an extended cord up there, so you don't really notice when you're not zoomed in on it. But there's a motion tracking camera up here that keeps an eye on the kids when they're messing around up here doing stuff they're not supposed to. And that ties into the first kid's room. Sorry, the camera's over there. So that helps us keep an eye on them, because we have 3 little kids running around the house. He's got Vocolinc LED Strip up here, and Vocolinc little star I made out of the rope lights over here as well, and that's all on a timer for when it gets dark and shuts off after they go to sleep. So that keeps the house straight for them, not leaving lights on, but helps them go to sleep. Same thing in this room, got a camera. What else? Another light strip, lights up the room. It goes around the corner. Let's see, there's a Sonic LED back here, and a lot of that stuff is ran by this Meross power strip back here that I can turn stuff on and off as it will, or it just comes on at night as needed. I'll put a fan in here. It's not really smart, but the switch that controls the power to it is. But it's got a little remote, and you can turn it on. Oh, turn the light switch on first. So turn it on. You can control the fan. The fan broadcaster turns. It's like a little extra piece that puts the air throughout the room. You can turn the main light off, and you can cycle through different LED patterns. You can just turn everything off, turn the fan off, and of course it has, like I said, the Lutron main switch. All the boys have that in their room. Lutron Caseta switches. Coming into third boy's room again. Lutron Caseta. Got a wire run up here for I think it's a Meross Smart LED Strip. He's got a motion sensitive camera up here, but I've got it set to stand still. I got it focused where I want, but I can control it from the app if need be. To the closet, there's a switch in here that turns the closet light on and off. Problem is, my son likes to play in the closet, so it'll be on all the time. So I swapped that out, unwired it, and ran an Eve motion sensor in here, turned the light on, and of course it'll turn off after a certain amount of time. Or you can hit the Lutron switch to turn the lights off in the room and the closet in there. It doubles for that. Again, in the kids' bathroom, we have a Lutron motion sensing occupancy switch, so that turns the lights off when they're not in here. And here's their cool little auto dispensing mouthwash dispenser. It's charging right now, so there's wires everywhere. All right, coming downstairs, down to the basement. We got Timmy's bar down here, and the theater is not done, but we do have a Lutron Caseta light switch, so we can dim the theater lights, which is what this room is. It's a work in progress. I've got it wired and insulated and lights installed and everything, and got our cheap little Roconia projector up here mounted to the ceiling. Up here there is a cheapo little DVD player. There's another Apple TV up there, and that all broadcasts to that screen and takes care of that. There's also our workout area, so there's weights and stuff laying out. I've got a light here. It's a Vocolinc stand light, stick light, whatever you want to call it, LED, that turns on low when we're working out, because it's really dark down here when you're working out, but you want it dark enough for the theater, but not so dark that you can't see. So that helps with that. Up here is our Lutron Caseta hub next to another Deco mesh hub. So that runs the basement and lower areas, and all the Lutron Caseta lights connected to HomeKit. Over here at the sump pump, I've got another Aqara water sensor for overflows. That's saved us a couple times. And I've got an Aqara vibration sensor on here that detects when the sump pump runs. So if it runs for too long, there's basically a little timer loop in there. And if it runs too long, then it sends me an alert that the sump pump's running and something's stuck and I need to fix it. Which, I've got a new sump pump that hasn't happened, but the old one that I replaced did. I needed to know if it was just running dry and could potentially burn up, or was running and not pushing water out for some reason. Up here I've got another little Aqara smart button that I can do a bunch of different stuff, like turn the bar on or off, turn our storage lights on and off in this back storage area, which I've got a Lutron Caseta, another smart light switch there for this area, so you can dim and do what you need to back here. Up there is the Eve motion sensor. I just walked past to turn the lights on. And that goes all the way back. Excuse the mess. We got a bunch of junk back here that we're trying to organize. Like I built these shelves, and my wife's loading those all up. Back here in the back, there's another Pico remote that she can control the lights back here. So because there is a timer on that switch, and eventually it will shut the lights off back here, and it's pretty dark. So you want to turn that all off or back on. You can do that. You can see it's pretty freaking dark. Right, so you want to walk really slow. Try not to run into much coming out of here. Anyway, you get the idea. And welcome to the bar. Siri, turn the bar on. All right, there we go. So we've got two Lutron Caseta smart switches here, and those control the can lights in the ceiling for the bar, and also the pendant lights above the bar, and sets them to 35%. Because again, they're very bright Emerson clear bulbs. You don't want blasting you in the face, but it provides a little extra ambiance. Let's see, let's come around here, come back to the bathroom. We've got a Vocolinc LED strip that goes all the way across there, and goes all the way across the back of the bar. And that little bump out there that covers a gas line when I built the bar with my friend down here. And that just rotates through colors. That kicks on. We've got our underbar LEDs that go all the way underneath the bar. And those come on when I turn the bar on. I just got a routine set with Siri that it turns all the bar stuff on when I come down here. Here's our little welcome to the bar sign. My father-in-law left me. And yeah, so that comes on with a another Eve Smart Power switch. Let's see, I've got my Cheers sign up here on top of the fridge. That is run by a Meross smart switch. And then the TV, little TV up here, is run by another Meross smart switch to make sure that doesn't stay on. Let's see what else. There's where the Meross under the bar lights plug in. I'm trying to think. Another big Vizio TV up here for when we have parties down here that connects to HomeKit, so that can control that. We've got another HomePod Mini down here for music in the bar, and I can, you know, send commands via that as well to turn things on and off and do whatnot down here. Down underneath the bar, I've got a Pico remote that I can turn the theater on and off in case I don't want the lights on over there while I'm trying to do stuff in the bar, or if we're watching a movie and I want to come do something in the bar, I can turn the lights off over there so they can watch the movie but still work over here, and vice versa. Turn those back on. Coming into the bathroom, we've got another Lutron occupancy switch. Make sure nobody leaves the lights on down here. Fun little room. Just have a lot of funny signs. Stuff from Friday. Just all bathroom humor.